it's Luann Pikett. You are in my kitchen, and I am going to make my dessert for tomorrow. My dessert for tomorrow is going to be oatmeal raisin spice cookies. And I'm going to start that with 3/4 of a cup of butter, which is a stick and a half, that I'm going to put here in my bowl. After I do this, after I make these cookies, I am going to do a live of skincare. And I am so excited because I got the new skincare stuff today. The new moisturizer and the new toner pads. I got them today. They weren't supposed to be here till Monday. And I got, I have my deliveries on notifications. And I got the notification that said it's out for delivery today. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I have everything delivered to work because that's where I usually am. Of course, I don't work on Saturday. So I drove all the way over here to get it because I'm like, no way am I going to wait till Monday. So I have the new moisturizer and the new toner pads in the box in the other room. So we're going to do that when we're done with the cookies. So I am mixing that butter, and I'm going to put in the sugar. So you're going to do 1/2 cup of white sugar. Here, let me do this, because otherwise all you're going to see is a bowl. There we go. Let me move some of this out of the way. Here's my white sugar. All right, let me get my, that's not 1/2 cup, that's a third. Let me get my little knife. Measure 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of white sugar into the bowl. Then we're going to do 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. So here's our brown sugar. So that's going to start. Have you ever used one of these little things that's supposed to keep your brown sugar from getting hard? It works really well. Okay, so it's just a little terracotta little disc. All right, let me put my, I think this is going to be about 1/2 cup here. So you're going to have 1/2 cup plus 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Brown sugar you want to press in, because that's how you measure brown sugar. Press it down. Not quite enough, but that's all right. Let me get some more in here. Here it comes. I like to put it in this container. It sits on my shelf better than these bags do. Let me open it. I'll dump a lot of it in there. I'm going to dump some more into my measuring cup here so I can try to get that pressed down in. I usually take it and press it against the side of this. That works really well. There you go. There's 1/2 cup plus 1/4 cup. That's 3/4 of a cup. See how I take it against in this in here, and no, you can't see. Let's try again. I take it and I press it against the side right here, and I flatten it. Then it's enough. That's what I do. Okay, so let's empty this in here. That's 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Let me go ahead and turn that on. Then I'm going to put that little disc back in there. Just make sure you don't eat that. So then I'm going to add, trying to decide what I want to add next. It doesn't really give you an order that's really well, so I'm going to add the egg next. So you just need 1 egg. There's our egg. Mix the egg. There you go. Then I'm going to add, I'm going to be really weird here, and I'm going to add the raisins next, only because I like them to get into the soft, gooey stuff and sort of, hi Mary, I like the raisins to kind of get soft. So I'm going to put, now this calls for 3/4 of a cup of raisins. Is that what it says? Yes. No. Yes. Look at everything, it says 3/4 of a cup. What I want to do though, is I'm going to add a little extra. I love the raisins. I'm going to get close to like a cup. Let's just add a few more, right? I can add what I want. If you like nuts, you can put nuts in this recipe too. This one doesn't actually even have nuts in it. It's probably 1/2 cup of nuts. Probably walnuts or something chopped. But this recipe doesn't even list nuts. But I don't eat nuts, so I don't put nuts in anything. And I am not allergic to them. I just hate them. I just never have liked nuts. Okay, so there we go. I got a cup of raisins. We're going to put that in there, and I'm going to mix that in so they get kind of absorb some of that moisture. Now my hands. Told you I sort of do this my own way. Okay, so then now we are going to add, a teaspoon of vanilla. My vanilla. A teaspoon here. So as soon as we're done with the cookies, hi, how are you doing? So as soon as we're done with the cookies, I'm going to go show you the new moisturizer and the new exfoliating pads that we have. They just came in today. First, we're going to make these cookies. Ooh, that vanilla smells good. Okay, so now we're going to add a cup of flour. So you can take something and like stir your flour. I usually do this with a whisk, but I'm using a knife. It doesn't matter what you use. Just lighten your flour up so it's not packed. And then you're going to take a measuring cup. This is 1 cup. Then you're going to level it off. Dump it in. There's my cup of flour. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon. Get my teaspoon back here. You notice how they always have you get your teaspoon wet and then ask you to put in something dry? That drives me crazy. The teaspoon is always wet. We put the wet ingredients in after the dry. This doesn't work that way though. Trying to get it. Teaspoon of cinnamon. Then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. If you want to grate your own nutmeg, you can do that. Actually, I've never even done that. Always just use the little jar. Okay, there's our nutmeg. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. There's our baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I really think that's what makes cookies soft. Or part of what does it is salt. Strain out my little rice flakes there. Okay, that's good. We've got everything in there except the oatmeal. So let's mix that. There's everything but the oats. Now we're going to put in 2 cups of oats. Let's make sure I have everything else. Brown sugar, white sugar, raisins, flour, cinnamon, nutmeg, baking soda, salt, butter, egg, and vanilla. Yep, so now we are just at 2 cups. And this is just the old-fashioned oats. That they have made a little challenging to open. They don't have like a perforated place here. Sometimes they do, but not apparently, no. Let me see if I can get it open. Please. It's fighting me. Okay, there we go. Two cups. So this now makes this a very healthy cookie. Well, it is more healthy than without. 2 cups of oats. I mean, oatmeal is very healthy, right? Make it kind of making a mess here. There we go. Then we're going to mix that in. Try not to make a mess. Here we go. Okay, there we go. There's our cookie dough. So let me get everything out of the way here. Which everything is pretty much in the way. Take this down. Got my beater. So I'm going to turn. There we go. Okay, we're over here. Then I'm going to put all these on a cookie sheet. I think it's an ungreased cookie sheet. Does it say that? Oh, it says a parchment lined cookie sheet. Okay, you can line it with parchment if you want. I'm not going to do that. I usually just use the cookie sheet. I am using the cookie sheet that has like the double layer in it. So it has like an layer of air. So these cookies will not ever burn on the bottom. So if you hate having cookies that burn on the bottom, and the rest of it's fine, and they're black on the bottom, get one of these double layer pans with, it has, just like I said, like a layer of air in between. Never burn. Well, I mean, it would if you overcook them, but they never burn being cooked the regular way. Okay, here we go. So I love to use like a little miniature scoop. It says to make these the size of a walnut, and this is like the smallest one I have. It's like a tablespoon. If you want bigger cookies, I think you can make them bigger. But I'm just going to come and put them. It says space them. What does it say? Space them 2 inches apart. Put them on your pan. This is supposed to make 3 dozen. So if you want more, just double your recipe. And this will bake at 350. What does it say? 11 to 13 minutes. If you want them a little softer and chewier, do it the 11 minutes. If you like them a little crisper, do it the 13. This is one of Dad's favorite things, these oatmeal cookies. He loves oatmeal raisin cookies. And I like that I can just take him some of these like in a, you know, Rubbermaid container or something, you know, and he can keep them for 2 or 3 days. And spread out eating them. Well, if he does that. I don't know if he does that or not. He could eat them all in one day. I don't know. He'll always ask whenever we bring him cookies, how many days will these be good? How many days? And I'll tell him. And I don't know if he knows how many days it's been or not, but I guess he does. Because he asks every day, how many days will this stay good? Because, you know, he doesn't have a refrigerator in his room, so he always wants to know how long are they going to last in this container. So some stuff I take him, he has to eat that day, and I always tell him. He seems to be managing it, so He does remember some things still. So how are you all tonight? It's what? It's like 11 o'clock. Look at there, 11 o'clock. So tomorrow, the lunch I'm making, I'm going to make tomorrow. Tonight we're making cookies. Tomorrow we're making lunch. I cannot wait to try this new skincare items that they have sent. I didn't even know. We didn't know that far ahead that that's even what they were doing. They're like, surprise, we have some new moisturizer, and they're having it, because people ask all the time, do you have a toner? And our skincare, actually, it brings your skin to pH balance. It's all natural, and it will pH balance your skin. You don't really need a toner, because it kind of contains one. But people that have used toners and other lines, they get real attached to the toner. They want a toner. No matter what, they want a toner. So, they have come up with, if you want a toner, it's not only a toner, you don't have to use one, no, still, because our skincare still contains a toner. But if you want a separate one, this is not just a toner, it's an exfoliating pad that contains toner. It's got some amazing ingredients I'll tell you about. And I don't think I'm going to fit these cookies quite on the pan, but almost. A few too many to fit on the pan. Almost can fit them on one pan, not quite. That's alright. They don't take long to bake at all. It's a good thing about making cookies. When you get them on one big pan, I'll only have to do it twice. It isn't even going to take half an hour. like 20 minutes. And we will be done. And these are probably the best oatmeal cookies I've made. This recipe, they're the best ones I've had. They're so good. I had a recipe before that I used to use. That was just one I got out of a cookbook, and it was okay. And then I found this one and tried these, and I'm like, oh my goodness, why are these so much better? I don't know. Probably because they have cinnamon and nutmeg in them, I don't know, but they are so much better. And I'm like, yeah, we aren't making that other recipe anymore. It's just this one from here on out. Okay, here we go. In there, oh, this one's sticking to my finger. 350 for I'm going to do 11 minutes. Don't forget to set that. I'm going to go ahead and get out the other cookie sheet because I have two. And I'm going to make all kinds of racket. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this put on here. So that way when those are done, this will be ready to go in the oven. Poof. So much faster. And those will be almost done by the time I get done with this. I'm going to need to actually look up some of the benefits of what's in our new skincare, because it has got some amazing ingredients in it. All natural. If you've never used all natural skincare, I highly recommend that you try. Doesn't have any harsh chemicals, no cancer-causing ingredients, nothing that's going to go running through your body and causing free radicals. It's all stuff that's good for you. You really should be careful what you're putting on your skin and what you're letting absorb into your skin. The stuff that has chemicals is never going to turn out good. When I found this skincare, not only is it natural and good for you? It's natural stuff that actually works, which I've never found much skincare that does what it says. If you see all kind of skincare, oh, this will remove wrinkles, this will do this will do that. Usually, it doesn't do very much. Or maybe you found stuff that does, but I haven't found a whole lot of skincare that does a whole lot of stuff that it says. So maybe minutely. This is the first line of stuff that I have tried that actually does what it says it does. So they're not just using natural ingredients. They are using effective natural ingredients. Stuff that actually changes your skin. Stuff that actually improves your skin. And I'm living proof that it works, because I no longer have overly oily skin. I no longer have acne. I've had acne since like elementary school or something. Didn't think I was ever going to be free of it completely. I never was till Lime Life came along. And I have been acne free for 3 years. That is not a fluke. Okay, so that is ready to go. I am now done making the cookies. So I am going to turn off this video, and then in a few minutes, probably 15 minutes, we will do our video, and I'll show you the new skincare items. So until then, may you have a good evening, and I will put this recipe in the comments and also a picture of the cookies. And I hope you have a good night. Bye.